Camera on until you're ready. So, JKD, an original or derivative work of art. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel. Welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast number 308. This is the one about, are they really JKD's 5 ways of attack? As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you're catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune broadcasts. Okay, so to the chagrin of some people who reach out to me very often, I am not at all the JKD historian that other people are. I don't know all the ins and outs of every aspect of Bruce Lee's life or every little thing that he discussed or that he thought about or even that he taught in like his private lessons or what have you. But like many of you out there, I enjoy reading as much as I can, finding out as much as I can about Bruce Lee and learning, again, as much as I can from whatever source or sources. So sometimes just even rereading a great JKD book like the Tao, like commentaries on the Martial Way. No, this is commentaries on the Martial Way. This is Letters of the Dragon. And of course, the best book that there is on Jeet Kune, right? What you do is it gives you kind of like a mental boost, you know, or a moment of clarity that you might not have experienced before. So that's what happened the other day when I was rereading the Art and Philosophy book. So on page 100, it says, another perhaps startling consequence of Bruce's lifelong research into all forms of combat, from fisticuffs to fencing. That's very British, right? But it says that it was the discovery that in spite of there being myriad styles, there's a finite way, and in this instance, Bruce Lee counted them as five ways to initiate an attack, and everything else being a variation thereof. And so, as we all know, he famously cataloged them as attack by combination, attack by drawing, immobilization attack, progressive indirect attack, and simple attack, direct or angulated or whatever. See, and that's an instance there, right? Somebody somewhere is going to go, oh, well, Dwight didn't read them in the right order. See, because the right order might be, let me see if I have them here. I'll show you something, right? Let me show you this. Oh wait, do I even have them? I don't. Oh man, damn, that's too bad. I was going to show you guys the you can find them. You know what? Let me try again. All right. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a second while I try to find these images for you, because they might be, you might find them interesting. Okay, so let's see where. Oh, they're not there. This might take longer than I thought. Sorry. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Anyhow, you can find them, and what you'll discover is that because it's cute to know these things, right? So it's cute to know that at one point in Bruce Lee's notes, it said the 4 ways of attack, but he actually listed 5 things, right? Even though it said 4 ways of attack. Then later on, that correction was made, of course, to the 5 ways of attack. And that in a letter to James Lee, July 1965, he talked about adding on. So maybe this is when there was a confusion. There was 4, and then he added on. But at the time, he called it indirect progressive attack, IPA. We all know later on it was inverted and became PIA. Also, it might be cute to know that a year later, so in 1966, now he's writing a letter to George Lee, and he's saying that James Lee doesn't even know fully about the five ways of attack. But none of that, as cute as it is to know all that stuff, none of that is absolutely crucial to any of us getting good or even getting better at Jeet Kune. That is achieved by training with people who themselves have studied it, people who have experimented with it, and people who have developed it to a level of functionality and practicality. Now, as an aside, there's a rumor that it wasn't until the notes for what became the Tao of Jeet Kune were being assembled, when they were being organized. It wasn't until then that some JKD students discovered that they had not been taught anything about the 5 ways of attack. While I think some others had been, but there were people who had not been on the receiving end. There's a rumor about that, but I digress, right? My point is that as you read more and more about the 5 ways of attack, well, not even more and more, if you just read specifically about the 5 ways of attack, you come to realize that Bruce Lee's theories, of which this is one, like much of his writings, had their origins in the works of others and were not necessarily his unique conceptions. So as you read about the 5 ways of attack, you can hear tons of elements from boxing and from fencing as you read the pages of all his notes. But what was probably unique is that Bruce Lee might have been the first martial artist of his era to actually sit down, so to speak, and put together the idea of this finite number, different ways of attack, and put it into a workable theory upon which he could expand and which he could also pass on to others. And that, to me, is what makes Bruce Lee, one of the many things that makes Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune so special. So don't be surprised when you see attack by combination on TV in an MMA fight, or attack by drawing, or immobilization attack, or what have you, because these things existed. Bruce Lee made many of us much more aware of them. And Bruce Lee, like I said, is probably the first person to sit down and put it all together into a package that later on, generations later, could work with. Okay, so you guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. That is all I have to say about this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D. Woods. At paypal.me/UnifiedMA-Miami, paypal.me/UnifiedMA-Miami. You can find the Jeet Kune Journey Volume 1, raw but edited version, paypal.me/UnifiedMA-Miami. That's funny. I just saw what Pete Hetrick. I wasn't looking at the comments. You guys are hilarious, right? Also, talking about working with people or studying with people who have experimented and developed the Jeet Kune into a thing, go to titansofjkd.com, and that's where you can get all the information you need about our upcoming seminar with Cass Magda and Chris Kent in March here in Miami, titansofjkd.com. You can also support the show over at jkdrebel.com. Click on the Rebel Gear link, and Daryl White just said, don't forget to mention the seminar, right? So over at jkdrebel.com, click on the Rebel Gear link, and that's where you'll see stuff like this. The official, well, unofficial Unified Martial Art Academy uniform T-shirt. This is my version. It's a ripoff, really, of an old Inasano thing where the Kali symbol is up front, obviously, and then the JKD appears as a small, energy-filled depiction of the sun, so to speak, rising behind that Kali mountain, whatever, right? Anyhow, jkdrebel.com, click on the Rebel Gear link, and that's where you'll find that stuff. Coming up on Friday. So my good friend Ron Reagan and I take off again, along with two members of the Miami Jeet Kune team. We're heading out to LA, going to spend time with Sifu Dan and Sifu Francis Fong. So if everything goes well, 6 p.m. on Friday, we'll have this month's episode of the Ask Me Anything with Kurt Cornwell, Mike Yuski, and Michael Perez. I'm actually ripping off my good friend Tim Beckers. He did this on the excellent podcast that he runs, the Malmag podcast. So I saw that and I thought, you know what? I'm going to have these guys turn the tables on me as well. So Friday at 6 p.m. I'm out in, like I said, I'm out in LA. So it's 3 p.m. over there. Should have checked into the hotel by then. Everything should be set up. So you guys keep your fingers crossed, just like I'm doing. Okay. All right. So that's it for today. Let me know what you think. I'll go through the comments and see if there's anything I need to reply to. So you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. This is Dwight Woods, the JKD Rebel, signing off. Oh, today, obviously, Blue Day. There you go. Yeah. That double stick thing got me in trouble the other day. All right. Have a good evening, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.